Salam sejahtera. For today's video activity 11 informative speed practice 4, I am going to talk about study alone versus study in group. Reading the content of a textbook is not studying. In fact, studying involves true understanding of the topic. Incorporated with this is a good concentration and involvement. This can be achieved either by studying alone or studying in groups. Many students have different studying approaches which depend on their preference, character, and availability. Some people are more self-centered and prefer working alone, while others prefer interacting with others and engaging in group discussion. Personally, I would prefer to study alone, which I believe helped shape me for the future as it forced me to be independent. Studying alone allows you to study wherever you want at whatever time best suits you. It saves you the hassle of trying to meet at the scheduled time at places that might not always be at your convenience. Some students need to be in a calm environment to achieve the effectiveness of their studying. These students are better off studying alone. In doing so, they would be able to concentrate more on their studies without worrying about being distracted by the chit-chats of other peers or anything that can cause a distraction. Studying alone also forces you to read the entire text in which you are required to study, and it also forces you to think since no one else would be present to feed you the information. When you are faced with problems that may seem difficult and no one else is there to tell you what to do, you will more than likely resort to the textbook, and you will also think hard on the problem and the best possible solution. In doing so, you are enabling yourself to improve your ability to deal with problems on your own. Studying in group, on the other hand, exposes members to a wide variety of ideas, and it also exposes them to different ways in solving problems, which can be very helpful. However, studying in groups won't be effective if the group members are not dedicated, inconsistent, and lazy. Effective studying is dependent on the mentality of the group members. Students that study in group has to choose times and places when they are able to meet, which will be suitable for most. If not all members, group meetings are more than likely deemed not failure if a suitable spot cannot be found for gathering. Students who study in groups are easily distracted by emotions or outbursts of other members in the group. If one of the group members isn't in the good mood for studying, it is very easy for that person to strike up a conversation that they are sure will capture the attention of the other group members. Some students often tend to only remember facts about unnecessary conversation that occur during group meetings more than they remember what they study. As opposed to studying alone, studying in group encourages you to take a shortcut in studying. For example, instead of reading and understanding the text for yourself, you may find yourself relying on summaries of the text from other group members without ensuring the accuracy of their summary. Students who study in groups are more dependent on each other's knowledge as opposed to students who studies alone. In closing, although studying in group helps you to solve questions faster, encourage friendship, and much more, which contribute to a somewhat noisy environment, I personally would rather study alone as opposed to study in a group because I am better able to stay focused in a very peaceful environment as opposed to an environment that consists of unnecessary chit-chat and gossiping. I would be able to spend as much time as I need to strengthen my weak areas, and I would be able to work at my own pace without having to worry about inconveniencing anyone else. Studying with other people can become stressful and chaotic, especially if I'm studying with people who do not take their work seriously or those that are inconsiderate for anyone other than themselves. As I mentioned earlier, studying alone will help me to develop the sense of independence, which will be less risky for me because I would be able to depend on my own understanding rather than the understanding of someone else. That's all for me today. Thank you, Teech. See you in the next video.